Hey family, today is surgery day. It is finally here today. I'm getting my hysterectomy. Well, they say it's a total hysterectomy, so I'll be getting my uterus, cervix, and fallopian tubes removed, and they'll be leaving the ovaries. So I'm a little anxious this morning. I didn't sleep really well because, of course, you're worried about surgery. But this morning, took a shower. Last night, took a shower, antibacterial soap. Changed all the bedding so everything is clean and dry, like literally dry. I'm so ashy. But I'm getting ready to head out. So I wanted to just share with you what I'm packing for the hospital and what was recommended after watching tons of videos on how to really prepare for a hysterectomy and then what to have after. All right, so my camera won't flip while I'm on it, so I had to stop it and start it. But these are just an example of a few things that I have in my basket or bag. This is an ice pack. I have lotion, non-scented, just kind of regular lotion. I have a heat pad. I have some throat lozenges, or you can use cough drops or something like that because they say your throat's going to be really dry. I also have tea, and some of this stuff I'm taking to the hospital and some I'm just taking to a friend's house. And then I have some ibuprofen here, antacids, I have Tylenol. This is like a little mint spray or whatever you put in your nose because I heard that sometimes you have difficulty breathing afterwards. This is a big one. So after listening to tons and tons of videos or watching tons of videos, you got to get this Gas X because they put air into your stomach to expand your stomach when you're having surgery, and all that air stays in your body and it can go to your shoulders, back, and weird places and puts you in a lot of pain. So get the extra strength Gas X. I have soup. I have these honey pot liners, and if you haven't heard of honey pot, go on and just treat yourself. This is a woman-owned company, woman of color, and these are amazing. They actually have like tea tree infused in them, and so I just like to bring my own because I heard that you will be bleeding a little after surgery. Then I have soup. I have crackers. I got some lemonade packets. These are just vitamins. I have a word to calm me. And then I also have, I'm just taking it to my friend's house, but heart monitor. And it monitors your oxygen as well. So you want to keep track of that. This only cost me like $10 on Amazon. And so that's basically everything that I have in the bag. So like I said, some of this will definitely go to the hospital. That right there? Oh, that's coming. So that will be going with me. And then probably like the throat lozenges and this nasal spray. Everything else, and the pads. Everything else will be in my basket for when I get home. So you're probably also wondering, why am I wearing a mask in the house like a crazy person? Okay, I'm not crazy. You're not supposed to drink anything 8 hours prior to surgery. So my surgery is set for 1 p.m. today. And I honestly stopped eating yesterday, like around 6 o'clock. And so I put this mask by my bedside. So I said, as soon as I get up in the morning, I'm just going to put this on because I'm the type of person that will immediately drink some water, immediately want to brush my teeth, rinse, swallow, like whatever. And I was like, I don't want to risk it because I know how I am. And so I'm wearing this mask basically just to remind me not to eat or drink anything. So I'm not crazy. What else do I have here? So there's a couple things that I have taken with me to the hospital. I have a picture of me and my daughter. And it's funny because my surgeon is actually the same surgeon who delivered Savannah 10 years ago. And he'll be shutting down the baby making machine. And then I also have a picture of me in Dallas. Oh, look. Oh my God, I think I got the same hairstyle. Funny. Anyways, this was 13 years ago. And then I have a couple pictures of them when they got older. That's Savannah. There's Dallas. So I have that with me, but then I also have paperwork. And I want to share a little of that. Just in case I don't mention this, there are a few things that I wrote down to ask the doctor for or to get from the hospital when I get there. So let me tell you what those things are. One of them is a waistband. It's typically what they give you after you have a C-section. It's like this white, wide cloth kind of band that they put around your stomach. Some people have said that it made them more uncomfortable, and some people said that it really helped. I say just ask for it and get one, and then you can decide. That way you don't have to buy it. There's also a spirometer. So there's that little tubey thing that you breathe into afterwards to make sure you don't have any fluid on your lungs and to get your oxygen back up. It has a ball and it goes up and down. It's called a spirometer, so I'll be asking for that. I have my own ice packs, but if they have some there and you don't have any, then maybe ask for some there so you can take those home with you. And then real quick, just a couple of medication type things that were suggested. One of them is Zofran. So if you happen to be nauseous, or you normally get nauseous after having anesthesia, or you're just a queasy person like me, you want to ask for Zofran. And so you want to ask the doctor for this before you go off into surgery. That way, when you come out, they already have it ready for you and you can take it right away. There was another woman who said that she threw up a lot because of the anesthesia, and she wished she would have took the Zofran sooner. So that's one thing you can ask for. Another thing is stool softener. Oh, and I didn't show you I also have prune juice. So it was recommended to get like a Miralax, which is a stool softener, prune juice or something like that. I have prune juice, but you can ask the hospital for a stool softener. So she recommended Colaze, but you can ask for whatever you choose. That's something you want to take right away also, so that when you do get ready to have your bowel movement, everything from what I heard is going to hurt a lot more. And then the last one is called Peridium, because you're going to get a catheter. Ugh, right? I hate catheters. Oh my God, I'm so sensitive. But anyways, if you're prone to like bladder infections or urinary tract infections, that's me, you want to ask for something called Peridium, Peridium. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's basically going to help you with any discomfort that you may be having when you urinate. So I heard that it burns a lot. You can be in a lot of pain because they've stuck that catheter up in there. They've irritated it. And so what this medication will do will kind of numb it and coat it a little so that you don't have that much discomfort. All right, so those are a few things that you want to either ask for at the hospital so you can take home, or things that you ask for right before you go off into surgery. All right, so as far as my hospital bag, I have all of my paperwork here, those notes that I just mentioned to you that I wrote for the doctor. I've got a couple of pictures of my kids here because I do want to hold that, as I'm there. And so I'm going to take this folder. So this is the basket with all the goodies. Again, this is going to be at the house. I'm not taking all of that. All I need, and all you will probably need from that, because they have Tylenol and all that stuff at the hospital. You need the Gas X. You're going to need the throat lozenges. Lips going to be dry and crusty. You might need some gum because I heard you have a really bad taste in your mouth afterwards. I brought an extra mask, so those things are going to go. They don't want you bringing too much stuff anyways. And then I have just some changes of clothes, right? So I have my headscarf, some underwear, some pajamas, or whatever, and I may or may not even need all that. So this is really all I'm taking to the hospital. Forgot to add this to my list of recommendations for you. So this is one of those little grabbers. I don't know what the technical term is for it. So you can pick up stuff off the ground without reaching all the way down, okay? So go on and get you a grabber. Hey, so here I am getting ready for surgery. They just put the IV in, and I got this little patch behind my ear for nausea. So I did let them know that anesthesia makes me super nauseous, and they gave me a patch. I don't know the exact medical term for it, but I do know that it lasts for 72 hours. Yeah, so here I am. Wish me luck. Hey, so the surgery went very, very well. I am in recovery now. I got my bands on here. I got some pain meds. And I was able to eat a few crackers and drink some water. Everything is going great. It's actually 8 o'clock now. And so my surgery started at 1:30. Or actually, no, it didn't start till 2:30. And I think it was maybe 2.5 hours. And I got out in recovery, feeling pain in the beginning, but they gave me some additional pain medication, and I feel a lot better. So my dad's on his way in. You're getting ready to go home. Good morning. This is the day after surgery, day morning, about 7 a.m. I got home last night around 9 p.m., 9:30. Surgery was 3.5 hours. Started a little late, but everything went well. He was able to do everything laparoscopically, which is great. Didn't have to do any extra cutting. So I was good. Throat is dry. Definitely had some pain this morning because the anesthesia starts to wear off. But I have been taking my pain meds as prescribed. And I have been getting up every couple of hours to pee. And yeah, so far everything is going according to plan. Very good. Hey, so it is still day one, first day after surgery. And one thing that I didn't mention that could be helpful is this Miralax. Miralax, this is basically the powder form of like a stool softener. You can use any type you like, but this one was recommended. I just took it. And I also drank some prune juice, like 8 ounces of prune juice. Because they say it's normal not to have a bowel movement the first day. But after the second day, should be something happening and you don't want to be constipated because your stomach's already in pain and you don't want to have to push. So add those two things to the list. So this contraction here, I believe is called a spirometer. And you can ask for this at the hospital. I asked for it and they let me take one home. The goal is this helps strengthen the lungs back up, helps prevent fluid or anything like that building up in the lungs. It just helps you get back strong. So the goal for mine was to get it up to that 2,000 mark. And you're just going to breathe in. Oh. That's good though. That's good. And try to breathe in. Maybe I'll do it a little slower this time. Much better. Okay. So get you one of these. They say to do that exercise at least 10 times in an hour. So watching TV, commercial breaks, anything like that, go ahead and get your breathing on. So you can always ask your doctor for images of your fibroids and they'll print those out while they're doing surgery. And so I asked my doctor for copies beforehand and he handed these to me afterwards. Now I can't tell you exactly what's what, but it looks like these are the fibroids. It looks like this might be the tube, fallopian tubes, because they took the tubes out. It looks like here is where they kind of went in and opened up that area to remove them. And here, gone. So and then they close that back up, I guess, and do the vaginal cuff. So I already gave you like the measurements of the fibroids. I had 5, size of an orange, ranging from 42 millimeters to 21, I think. And so this is just the images provided by the hospital. So I hope you all enjoyed that first documentary, day one of the laparoscopic hysterectomy surgery. Make sure that you take it easy. Rest as much as possible. Do not try to lift anything more than 10 pounds or even close to that. Drink a lot of water. And you want to get up and walk around as much as you can because you want to prevent blood clots, is what I was told. And if you can go somewhere where someone can help you out, have a friend spend the night with you or a family member, that definitely goes a long way as well because you're still going to be under a lot of medication. So you should not drive, operate any vehicles, cook, anything that could be a hazard until you're off these medications. So I hope and pray that this information was helpful to you. Try not to worry. This procedure is pretty common. And if you chose a really good doctor, I'm sure you're in great hands. And I will continue to pray over you and your journey. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.